The historic city of Segovia, once a centre of Roman engineering, now a popular tourist destination. Spain is vying with France to be the world's biggest foreign tourist hub. After shrinking by 11% in the first year of the pandemic, the Eurozone's fourth economy has recovered with a vengeance. And tourism is one of the main reasons.
I thought that maybe the tourism will be never, ever like it used to be before. Now things are very good. And I thought this year is going to be also a good year like it was maybe 2023 and 2024.
The Spanish economy grew by around 3% last year, way ahead of France, Germany, Italy and the UK. The country accounted for 40% of Eurozone growth. Spain's status as a prime recipient of EU post-pandemic funds is seen as another cause of economic expansion. Besides growth, there are other areas of the economy that are performing well too. After a cost of living crisis, inflation is now under control. And although unemployment is higher than in many neighbouring countries, there are now around 22 million people in the workforce. That's a new record for Spain.
And if you add to that...
The socialist-led government says a labour reform it introduced is helping to create quality jobs, and that targeted subsidies mitigated the impact of the recent cost of living crisis.
Spain is proving to be more resilient to successive shocks, including the inflation shock that came with the war in Ukraine. And I think this is, again, part of the overall response, the protection, that the protective shield that we put in place for our consumers, for our firms. We are getting out of the COVID without scars. And we are getting out of that by modernizing our economy and therefore lifting our potential GDP growth up.
That modernisation has included an emphasis on green investment. The country's expanding renewable energy generation, for example, is welcomed by the car industry, which is the second biggest in Europe.
So it is one of the key industries in the country. And also looking towards the future as well, particularly with electrification, I think as an opportunity not only of maintaining that level of industry, but with the game changer of renewable energy that this country has to make Spain even bigger in terms of car industry in the future.
Growth is expected to remain robust this year. However, public debt remains high, and a housing crisis is preventing many Spaniards from finding an affordable home. But while many of its neighbours are struggling for economic stability and growth, Spain is enjoying its moment in the sun. Guy Hedgecoe, BBC News, Spain.